Uniton 6. Emerging Entrepreneurship in Nepal. Theoretical problems. Brief answer questions. 1. Define MSME. Micro, small, medium-size enterprises, MSMEs, involve sole proprietorship, partnership, or company for a business that has lower amount of capital investment and lower number of employees than larger business entities. In other words, MSMEs are independently or privately owned and operated entities with fewer employees or less revenue than large-scale businesses. However, the exact legal definition of MSMEs may vary from country to country and is often dependent on nature of industry. To figure out the characteristics of MSMEs. Following are the 2 characteristics of MSMEs. Limited budget. Minimum scope. 1. Labor-intensive focus on local demand. 1. What do you mean by indigenous knowledge? And indigenous knowledge is also known as local knowledge gained through interaction and guidance from local people from many generations. It is know-how linked to a specific place, culture, and society developed through the practice in many generations. It is unique to a given society, culture, and location that is valued by the people. It is acquired through accumulation of years of experiences of local people that has been passed from one generation to another generation till now. 2. Define ethnic entrepreneurship. Ethnic entrepreneurship is a business ownership established and operated by ethnic minority or immigrant group members. Ethnic minority involve entrepreneurs who are not of the majority population of the country. They represent to minority population of the country. They can be minority in terms of caste, language, religion, ethnicity or other social elements. Immigrant entrepreneurs involve individuals who are recently arrived in the country and start business for economic survive. 5. Define rural entrepreneurship. Rural entrepreneurship refers to the emerging entrepreneurship in rural areas. It refers to the establishment of industries and commercial enterprises in rural or village areas. Rural entrepreneurship ensures value addition to rural resources not only in rural areas but also in suburban and urban areas. It creates value to the rural entrepreneurs along with the rural people. Define tourism entrepreneurship. And tourism entrepreneurship means developing tourism in an area, town, region, state, and also throughout the country. It involves all the tourist-related business activities permitted by the rule of nation. It refers to the professional application of knowledge, skills, and competencies for generation of tourism-related new ideas and implementing such ideas by launching an enterprise for earning wealth. Employment and social value. 2. What do you mean by women entrepreneurship? And women entrepreneurship is the process under which women initiate for establishment and operation of a business for earning profit and wealth. They gather all resources, undertake risk, face challenges, provide employment to others, and manage the business independently. Women entrepreneurship involves various activities of entrepreneurs such as using qualities of leadership, managerial capabilities, and decision-making in order to maintain effective functioning of the enterprise. 3. Define agri-entrepreneurship. And agri-entrepreneurship refers to the commercialization of agriculture products and establishment and operation of agriculture-based industries for economic gain. It may be defined as production, distribution, and exchange of agricultural products and inputs in the markets for earning profit and wealth. In simple sentence, it refers to the entrepreneurship in agriculture and its allied activities. Agri-entrepreneurship emphasizes not only economic aspect of agriculture but also on maintaining interrelationship with social, economic, and environmental process. 4. Figure out the prospects of agri-entrepreneurship in Nepal. Following are the prospects of agri-entrepreneurship in Nepal. Diverse climatic condition. B. Rich in plant biodiversity. C. Government priority sector. D. Change in consumption pattern. What do you mean by transport entrepreneurship? Transport entrepreneurship refers to the physical delivery of goods or passengers from one location to another location. It can provide services to individual passengers, manufacturing companies, and global trade partners. A transport entrepreneur may specialize in a number of services such as individual rideshare services, carrying consumer and industrial products, or international shipping of supplies and products. It is the means that can fulfill place utility of goods and services. Figure out the prospects of transport entrepreneurship in Nepal, and following are the prospects of transport entrepreneurship in Nepal. 1. Government priority increase in investment. 3. Construction of new corridors. 4. Economic development trend. Define green entrepreneurship. A green entrepreneurship is the activity of consciously considering environmental problems and social need and coming up with brilliant entrepreneurial ideas that will bring solution to the problems. In other words, green entrepreneurship refers to businesses and companies developing products or services that are usable to customers and have the potential to protect the ecosystem. These ideas have high level of risk in terms of financial and sustainability of entrepreneurial activities. 15 or 10 marks. Descriptive answer question. Define MSME. Explain the importance and contribution of MSMEs. Concept of micro, small, medium-size enterprise, MSME. Micro, small, medium-size enterprises, MSMEs, involve sole proprietorship, partnership, or company for a business that has lower amount of capital investment and lower number of employees than larger business entities. In other words, MSMEs are independently or privately owned and operated entities with fewer employees or less revenue than large-scale businesses. However, the exact legal definition of MSMEs may vary from country to country and is often dependent on nature of industry. In addition to the number of employees, other methods used for classifying MSMEs entities include annual sales, the value of assets, and profits alone or as a combination of some factors. In some cases, the term MSMEs is used to apply for government support in terms of subsidy or grants and qualify for preferential tax facility. Importance and contribution of MSMEs. The following are importance and contribution to employment generation and resource mobilization for the economic development of Nepal. Create job opportunity. The MSMEs are considered as an important source of creating job opportunity for the local people. At the beginning stage, entrepreneurs can get self-employment opportunity in the firm because they have to devote maximum time and effort for establishment and operation of business. Unemployment is the fundamental problems of developing countries of the world. Development of MSMEs for operating industrial and commercial activities ensures extensive employment opportunity for local people. 1. Promote local economy. Economic development of a particular region is possible only through development of MSMEs in those areas. Promotion of MSMEs in terms of manufacturing, trading and service-oriented business would foster economic activities in the region. It supports for proper use of local resources such as raw materials, capital, land, labor, and other physical resources. 2. Improve innovation. The development of MSMEs helps to improve creativity and innovation skills and capability of the entrepreneurs. In open market economy there is the provision of competition in every sector of business activity. MSMEs need to face competition with various similar nature industries in the market. 1. Adaptable in nature. Most of the MSMEs possess the ability to adapt their business activities based on changing social and economic environment. The entrepreneurs of MSMEs are creative in nature and they have critical thinking ability, so they innovative new concept, idea, and knowledge based on time and requirement. They maintain close observation over the changing political, legal, economic, technology and global environment. 2. Contribute taxes. The development of MSMEs can contribute to maximize revenue of local government as well as federal government. When consumers support local MSMEs, they are also supporting to give money back to their local community. The prosperity of local MSMEs can generate high levels of revenue, consequently they pay high taxes to the government. 3. Foundation of large corporation. The expansion of MSMEs is said to be the foundation of large corporations. In practice, it is found that MSMEs do not always remain small forever. The entrepreneurs of MSMEs are started to expand their small and medium business into Emerging Entrepreneurship in Nepal Chapter 60-113. Large scale based on their scope in the markets. They introduce new production processes having modern technology, supply chain network, market promotion strategy, franchising and licensing, and other means for expansion of business at national and also at international levels. Explain the problems of indigenous knowledge and ethnic entrepreneurship. Problems of indigenous knowledge and ethnic entrepreneurship. Indigenous knowledge is know-how linked to a specific place, culture, and society developed through the practice in many generations. Similarly, ethnic entrepreneurship is a business entity established and operated by ethnic minority or immigrant group members. In almost all the countries, ethnic entrepreneurship having indigenous knowledge are playing significant role for promoting economic activities of the countries. However, ethnic entrepreneurs having indigenous knowledge are confronting the following problems and difficulties. 1. Traditional knowledge and system. Ethnic entrepreneurs having indigenous knowledge are using traditional and system learned from multiple generations. They involve in entrepreneurial activities only by considering the knowledge gained from forefathers. 2. Poor recognition. The recognition of indigenous knowledge and ethnic entrepreneurship is started to decline due to modernization and development of formal education system. Most of the concept and theory of indigenous knowledge are outdated due to lack of research and development based on time and requirement. Lack of plan and structure. Usually, most of the ethnic entrepreneurs having indigenous knowledge have lack of plan for future expansion and diversification of business. They use indigenous knowledge gained from generations in industry for production small-scale products. Similarly, they have lack of specific structure for management of entrepreneurial activities. They do entrepreneurial activities based on traditional knowledge, so the concept of specialization is not found. D. Negative attitude. Most of new generation members of ethnic entrepreneurs have negative attitude towards their entrepreneurial activities. They are not expecting future career in such entrepreneurship and think for diverting to new areas of entrepreneurship based on scope of future business. This is reason that most of the ethnic entrepreneurship are based on indigenous knowledge, resulting new concept and ideas are not taken into consideration. F. Lack of awareness. Most of the ethnic entrepreneurs having indigenous knowledge have lack of awareness and knowledge about the new concept and trends emerge in the concerned area of business. They remain concentrating only on the knowledge that they have gained from forefathers. Unable to fulfill expectations. In competitive market environment, it is found that customers have options for purchasing goods and services. Similarly, competitors introduce new products and services having specific features in the market through research and development work. Elaborate the prospects of indigenous knowledge and ethnic entrepreneurship. Prospect of indigenous knowledge and ethnic entrepreneurship. Ethnic entrepreneurs having indigenous knowledge concentrate business operation only in limited areas due to small-scale production and lack of marketing strategies and network of distribution. However, in every sector of entrepreneurship there is possibility of prospect of improvement through research and development, addition of resources and introduction of new technology in production and distribution. Therefore, ethnic entrepreneurs having good vision and foresight can improve entrepreneurial operation even competitive markets. The following are the common prospect of ethnic entrepreneurs having indigenous knowledge. 1. Source of innovation. Ethnic entrepreneurship having indigenous knowledge is said to be the sources of creativity and innovation. The entrepreneurs having long-term vision and foresight can involve in research and development work based on changing environment of the society and business. 2. Foundation of large corporations. The ethnic businesses are said to be the foundation of large corporations. In practice, it is found that ethnic businesses do not always remain small forever. Based on scope of business, the ethnical entrepreneurs started to expand their small business into large scale. Basis of research and investigation. Ethnical entrepreneurships having indigenous knowledge provide the input knowledge of fundamental concept of various forms of entrepreneurship. They trading and service-oriented business. Provide the practical knowledge of various form of manufacturing. Emerging entrepreneurship in Nepal, Chapter 6b 115. 1. Maintain cross-culture value. Ethnic entrepreneurship is taken as the common ground for improving interpersonal relations among the people of heterogeneous cultural values. Ethnical entrepreneurs have a common origin, same set of mind, ethics, value, and business orientation. In the course of entrepreneurial operation, they come into connection with the people of various culture values that are different in caste, language, religion, tradition, custom, and ethnicity. 2. Platform for showing skills. Ethnical entrepreneurship is considered as the platform for showing skills, efficiency, and creativity to the entrepreneurs. Individuals involved in ethnical entrepreneurship can get fundamental knowledge of various forms of business and their process of operation. 3. Shift to multiple generations. In ethnical entrepreneurship, the ethnical entrepreneurs have either sole investment or investment in major portion of equity. They directly participate in the day-to-day operation of business activities of the entity. Therefore, ownership and management of entrepreneurship is passed to the multiple generations of ethnical groups. Illustrate the problems of agri-entrepreneurship in Nepal. Problems of agri-entrepreneurship in Nepal. Agri-entrepreneurship development is necessary for improving the production and productivity of agricultural farming in the country. It is the means of obtaining self-sufficiency in agriculture and allied products. Besides, rapid development of agri-entrepreneurship facilitates to produce surplus agricultural and allied products which can be exported to friendly nations. It can be an important source of increasing GDP of the country like Nepal. However, Nepali agri-entrepreneurship is facing many conceptual, technical and socio-economic problems and challenges. Some of notable problems are as follows. A. Decline land holding. Increase in size of population in the family tends to decrease in average land holding of family. The average size of land owned by the household is declining from 1.10 hectares in 1995 to 0.75 hectares in 2021. Additionally, these land holdings are frequently fragmented due to increase in size and population and development of the concept of nuclear family. Such small holdings create obstacle to carry out mechanized framing, resulting minimize quality and productivity. It is the reasons that most of the regions of Nepal have lack of modern agriculture farming with good irrigation facilities. B. Land degradation. Land degradation is one of the greatest problems faced by the Nepali agri-entrepreneurs and farmers. Changing climatic conditions and unnatural human activities for increasing agriculture productivity have led to the degradation of land in Nepal. The major reasons of land degradation involve fragile geographical structure, forest fire, avalanches in Himalayan regions, landslides, increasing population, and unstable economy. The heavy use of fertilizers, chemicals, and minerals also play a role of land degradation, which tends to minimize per hectare average productivity. C. Insufficient infrastructure. Availability of sufficient physical infrastructure facility is necessary for development of agriculture sector. One of the problems of Nepalese agriculture is that it has limited infrastructure facilities which would not be supportive for modernization of agriculture sectors. Development of road, irrigation facilities, use of modern equipment, fertilizers, developed seeds, warehouse, marketing facilities etc. are necessary for increasing agriculture products and earning of farmers. These are the reasons that Nepali agri-entrepreneurs are unable to face competition in the global markets. 1. Rapid urbanization. The rapid urbanization is the major problem in agriculture of Nepal. Remittance is the major source of inflow of foreign currency in Nepal. One member among the half of the family of Nepalese are working abroad. It brings the practice of plotting agriculture land in certain selected areas of urban and suburban regions for residents. It minimizes the fertile land for agriculture. Such unplanned urbanization in the country would provide negative impact in agriculture productivity in Nepal. 2. Limited irrigation facilities. One of the issues of Nepali agriculture is that it mostly depends on monsoon rain. It has been considered as the lifeline of agriculture in Nepal. Only 64% of agricultural land are found to be irrigated, and out of it only 38% of the land area is estimated to come under irrigation for the whole year. 4. Maximization of agriculture productivity. It is essential to provide more irrigation facilities through developing tunnel for bypassing riverside water to the agricultural land area. F. Lack of advanced technology. Introduction of advanced technology in agriculture is essential for maximization of agriculture productivity and commercialization of agriculture sector. Most of the Nepalese farmers are involved in agriculture only for fulfillment of their livelihood. They have limited resources and lack of easy credit facility. These are the reasons that farmers are unable to use modern agriculture productivity equipment, improved seeds, fertilizers, insecticides etc. for improving. T7. Define transport entrepreneurship. Elaborate the problems of transport entrepreneurship in Nepal. Concept of transport entrepreneurship. Transport entrepreneurship refers to the physical delivery of goods or passengers from one location to another location. It can provide services to individual passengers, manufacturing companies, and global trade partners. A transport entrepreneur may specialize in a number of services such as individual rideshare services, carrying consumer and industrial products, or international shipping of supplies and products. It is the means that can fulfill place utility of goods and services. Problems of transport entrepreneurship in Nepal. Following the problems of transport entrepreneurship in Nepal. A low investment, the major problem of transport entrepreneurship in Nepal is the lack of sufficient investment in transport management. The main responsibility of the government of Nepal is to increase development budget for construction of roads, bridge, tunnel, and corridor. 1. Low infrastructure. The infrastructure development for transport management is not sufficient in Nepal. New roads, bridges, corridors, and tunnels are in construction phase, but they are not developing in speed manner. It will take years of time for completion of a particular transport infrastructure projects. 2. Geographical complexity. Nepal is a small but geographically diverse country. It has Himalayan, hilly, mountain and Terai regions. It is more complex and costly to construct road, bridges, and other infrastructure facilities. It is also destroyed by landslides both in rainy and dry seasons. At present there are 3 levels governments in Nepal consisting of local government, state government, and central government. 3. Poor public transport. The major problem of Nepali transport is the lack of public transportation system. Almost all the road transportation system assigned to private sectors. Government of Nepal has participation only in railway and air transportation system. It is reason that there is lack of benchmarking system for developing transport entrepreneurship. 4. Traffic issue. High level of traffic crowd is the major issue in urban and city areas. Nepal has taken the decentralization policy. Share Tomnaton of federal democratic state but T1's more apkal. After formation of federal democratic state but it is not applied in practice. Most of the government offices are centralized. Kathmandu and in some selected cities. Lack of efficient manpower. Availability of efficient manpower is an essential requirement of transport entrepreneurship. Efficient manpower is required not only for driving but also for repairs and maintenance, and other supporting activities. Elaborate the significance of social innovation and entrepreneurship. Significance of social innovation and entrepreneurship. Following are the significance of social innovation and entrepreneurship. 1. Stimulate social change. Social innovation and entrepreneurship are the means that encourage social change through solving social problems and issues in innovative way. Social innovation involves generation of creative idea for solution social issues. Similarly, entrepreneurs operating business venture or social institutions address problems in the society such as unemployment, poverty, and discriminations. To improve social awareness, social entrepreneurs generate innovative ideas that can supportive to improve awareness among the communities. They help people to improve quality of life through providing goods, services, education, training, and other support. They also provide financial assistance to the people who need to fulfill basic needs such as food, clothes, shelter, and also support them to develop technical skills. 3. Promote innovation. Social innovation and entrepreneurship emphasizes on innovation of new concept, idea, and knowledge that can better resolve social issues and problems. Social entrepreneurs promote innovation by planning the best solutions of critical problems through the use of minimum resources and capabilities. 4. Reform social responsibility. Entrepreneurs involved in operating business or social institutions use their surplus resources to solve social problems. They use social problems not an opportunity for earning profit but also as an opportunity for social change. They are motivated to redefine the concept of corporate social responsibility, and focus has given on solution of social problems by using management principles and practices. 5. Emphasize justice and equality, social innovation. Entrepreneurship emphasizes on justice and equality in the society by integrating business operation and social responsibility. It focuses on F. New way of doing business that addresses social issues through entrepreneurial methods and processes. Promote comprehensive growth, social innovation, and entrepreneurship is the means that can promote comprehensive growth of the society. It emphasizes on promotion of various aspects of the society which lead to improved social value and social change. These aspects involve job creation, poverty reduction, technical skill, quality of life of local communities, development, basic education, increase public welfare and improve. Write short notes on emerging concepts in entrepreneurship growth. The emerging entrepreneurship in Nepal. Some common emerging concepts in entrepreneurship in Nepal are as follows. 1. Diversity entrepreneurship. An emerging trend in entrepreneurship in Nepal is the involvement of diversified people in business activities. At present, entrepreneurship is not remaining limited to the people having certain groups, caste, or ethnicity. Diversity continues to rise in terms of age, gender, ethnicity, and education among those who start new business. 2. Social entrepreneurship. An emerging trend of entrepreneurship in Nepal is to focus on social entrepreneurship along with economic objectives of earning profit and wealth. Social entrepreneurship is all about recognizing the social problems and achieving a social change by employing entrepreneurial principles, processes, and operations. 3. Stable entrepreneurship. An emerging trend of entrepreneurship development in Nepal is to focus on long-term business activities in the society. Since entrepreneurs invest capital, time, and effort for establishment and operation of a business entity, so they care about day-to-day turnover and return of business. 4. Strategic entrepreneurship. An emerging trend of entrepreneurship in Nepal is the strategic entrepreneurship, which involves integration of entrepreneurship and strategic management. Entrepreneurship is concerned with identifying opportunities through innovation of new business concept and idea. 5. Green entrepreneurship. Green entrepreneurship is the activity of consciously considering environmental problems and social need through the realization of entrepreneurial ideas with a high level of risk. It has positive effect on the natural environment, and at the same time it is financially sustainable to the entrepreneurs. Write short notes on social innovation and entrepreneurship. Social innovation and entrepreneurship. Social innovation refers to the generation and application of new knowledge that leads to change in social relation. It is about creating new social structures that consider the practice of new way of knowing, framing, organizing, and doing social activities. It allows the new issues such as education, justice, environmental protection, and community development so that new way of solving social issues and problems come into existence. It focuses on critical analysis of existing social structure and system so that new social system and institutional relationship can be maintained to bring change. It has given emphasis on social benefits without considering financial gain or loss. Social entrepreneurship is all about recognizing the social problems and achieving a social change by employing entrepreneurial principles, processes, and operations. It is all about making research to completely define a particular social problem and then organizing, creating, and managing a social venture to attain the desired change. Social entrepreneurship mainly focuses on creating social capital without measuring the performance in profit or return in monetary terms. The entrepreneurs in this field are associated with non-profit sectors and organizations. But this does not eliminate the need of making profit. 3. Write short notes: success and failure stories of selected Nepalese entrepreneurship. Success stories of selected Nepalese entrepreneurship. Many Nepalese entrepreneurs have been successfully operating entrepreneurial activities covering various areas of economy. They are operating business based on agriculture products to high-tech information technology. The success of these entrepreneurs has had a positive impact on the economy of Nepal. Some of the common examples of successful business houses of Nepal involve Chaudhary Group, Galchha Organization, Jyoti Group, Bhatbatani Group, Dugar Family, ICTC Group, IME Group, KC Group, Kedia Organization, Keaton Group, Lakshmi Group, Mahto Group of Industries, Panchakanya Group. Sanama Group, Vadyug Organization ASI. Failure stories of selected Nepalese entrepreneurship. In Nepal, many private entrepreneurships were established and operated successfully, but due to effluxion of time they were become failure due to many reasons. The common reasons of failure might be inefficient management system, lack of vision, political instability, administrative barriers, high competition, technological changes, disturbance of labor union, and so on. There is lack exact record of the numbers of failure of private entrepreneurships, but many public enterprises were failed of unscientific privatization policy of the government. Analytical answer question. 15 marks. What do you mean by rural entrepreneurship? Explain the problems and prospects of rural entrepreneurship in Nepal. Concept of rural entrepreneurship. Rural entrepreneurship refers to the emerging entrepreneurship in rural areas. It refers to the establishment of industries and commercial enterprises in rural or village areas. Rural entrepreneurship ensures value addition to rural resources not only in rural areas but also in suburban and urban areas. It creates value to the rural entrepreneurs along with the rural people. Rural industries and business organizations in rural areas generally associated with agriculture and allied activities to agriculture. Problems of rural entrepreneurship in Nepal. Some of the major problems and challenges of rural entrepreneurship are as follows. A. Financial problems. Finance is considered as the primary source of operating a business. It is the means of mobilization of physical resources of the enterprise. Sufficient fixed and working capital is essential for effective functioning of business activities. However, most of the rural entrepreneurs suffer from financial problems. Generally, they do not have their own source of revenue and also do not have sufficient property in their own name to use them as collateral for obtaining loan from external sources. Lack of modern technology. Technology is applicable in production process, distribution system, and collection and dissemination of information. In competitive market economy, the use of modern technology is essential for survival and growth of business. The major problem of rural entrepreneurship is the lack of modern technology in production and distribution system. C. Management efficiency. The major problem of rural entrepreneurship is the lack of efficient management system. An efficient management system is essential for successful functioning of an enterprise. An effective management system needs professional managers, up-to-date information, implementation of a system for doing work, modern technology, etc. D. Lack of information. Promotion of proper marketing network is essential for searching potential customers and influencing them to take purchase decision. For this purpose, it is necessary to gather market information and should use various promotional techniques such as advertising, publicity, sales promotion. It. One of the problems that rural entrepreneurs face is to develop proper marketing network to maintain close contact with potential customers. High competition. In liberal market economy there is competition in every sector of business. Rural entrepreneurs have to face competition from very beginning of the operation of business. Most of the rural entrepreneurs do not have sufficient market information and market access. Lack of education and training. Formal education from college and university is essential to gain conceptual knowledge of business. Similarly, vocational training and workshop is necessary to gain technical knowledge for accomplishment of business activities. Most of rural people do not have access to college and university education and vocational and business training. Inadequate infrastructures. Availability of sufficient infrastructural facilities is the basic requirement of entrepreneurial development. There should be proper facility of road, transportation, electricity, communication, sanitation, banking and insurance, etc. One of the problems in rural entrepreneurship is the lack of adequate infrastructural facilities. Prospects of rural entrepreneurship in Nepal. The following are the notable prospects and opportunities of entrepreneurship in Nepal. A. Awareness of people. Awareness of rural people towards business provides impact on entrepreneurial development in rural areas. Usually, rural people are not aware of entrepreneurial development. They have no knowledge about how to start a business and what are its benefits for them and to the society. They have to obtain formal education and training about business so that they can gain conceptual and technical knowledge of entrepreneurial development. Nepalese people are developing awareness about rural entrepreneurship. B. Through formal education, training, and experiences, and knowledge gained from foreign countries. Availability of capital. Capital is an important element that provides impact on development of rural entrepreneurship. Capital is said to be a lifeblood of any business. The availability of sufficient fixed and working capital is necessary for smooth functioning of a business. Emerging Entrepreneurship in Nepal Chapter 6b 123 plays a significant role for mobilization of manpower, materials, machines, and other physical resources of the business. Rural people of Nepal are started to generation capital through different sources for entrepreneurship development based on their knowledge and efficiency. Banks and financial institutions of Nepal also need to c. Emphasize rural areas for investment in productive purpose. Efficient manpower. Manpower is dynamic resources and play important role for proper utilization of physical resources of the organization. The easy availability of efficient and capable manpower is an essential requirement of rural entrepreneurship. There may be easily available of quantity of manpower, but acquisition of quality manpower is a difficult task. Rural entrepreneurs who can able to manage efficient and capable manpower only can run business activities effectively. In Nepal, universities, colleges, vocational, and training institutions are playing significant role for developing efficient manpower in different disciplines. Sufficiency of raw materials. RAM materials are the basic inputs for manufacturing industries for conversion into usable products. The availability of sufficient raw materials is essential for development of entrepreneurship in village. Shortage of raw materials can adversely affect entrepreneurial environment. If the supply of raw materials is inadequate, no industry can function properly. Many industries are established in those areas where there is easy availability of raw materials. Nepal is a biodiverse country with many natural resources such as forest, mineral, water, agriculture, which may be used as raw materials for development of industries. Availability of market. The availability of market and development of marketing strategy is very important for the growth of rural entrepreneurship. In competitive environment, no entrepreneur can survive without up-to-date market information and developing new marketing strategies. Rural entrepreneurs should use different tools, techniques, and sources for getting new and detailed market information. It helps to know the changing needs and expectations customers and strategies of competitors. Based on market information, it is essential to develop new plans, policies, and programs. Gradually, Nepali rural entrepreneurs are searching market in urban areas for selling their products. Infrastructural facilities. Availability of proper infrastructure facilities would support for development of business activities in rural areas. Infrastructure facilities involve availability of proper road, bridge, railways, electricity, transportation, and communication system. It supports for easy movement of factors of production, which helps to improve productivity of business entities. It helps to enlarge internal as well as external scope of the market. It supports for expansion of horizons of business. Define tourism entrepreneurship. Elaborate the problem and prospects of tourism entrepreneurship in Nepal. Concept of tourism entrepreneurship. Tourism entrepreneurship means developing tourism in an area, town, region, state, and also throughout the country. It involves all the tourist-related business activities permitted by the rule of nation. It refers to the professional application of knowledge, skills, and competencies for generation of tourism-related new ideas and implementing such ideas by launching an enterprise for earning wealth, employment, and social value. It covers a wide range of activities related to creating and operating legal tourism enterprises that are growing in a sustainable manner through creative and innovative business approach. Problems of tourism entrepreneurship in Nepal. The common problems and issues in tourism entrepreneurship are as follows. 1. Lack of infrastructures. One of the major problems of tourism entrepreneurship is the lack of sufficient infrastructure facilities. In order to become an important tourism destination, it is necessary to develop infrastructure such as road or air connectivity, adequate accommodation, catering services, communication network, power supply, medical facility, and so on. 2. Lack of efficient manpower. Formation of efficient team of employees is one of the challenges of tourism entrepreneurship. Expert manpower is necessary for proper management of every aspect of tourism services. The reason is that entrepreneurs influence their business through their vision and character, sometimes make decisions instantly and true to their confidence. C. Role of government. Government is an autonomous and powerful institution of the country. It involves in enactment of new rules, regulation, and system in the country. D. Lack of heritage conservation. Lack of proper conservation of cultural, historical, and religious heritage is another problem for development of tourism in a particular location or region. The proper conservation and promotion of national heritage is supportive for attracting new guests. E. Insufficient funding. Sufficient fund investment is necessary for development of tourism entrepreneurship in the country. It is essential. F. For establishment and operation of tourism industries. Lack of security. Peace and security is a must for development of tourism entrepreneurship in the country. Entrepreneurs always expect safety of their investment, and for this purpose they want peace and security environment for the business. Weak business plan. Usually, it is found that entrepreneurs are creative and passionate individuals and spend most of their official time for development new business strategies and plans. In some cases, it is seen that they are not spending good time for formulation of an effective plan to support their business ideas. Prospects of tourism entrepreneurship in Nepal. They travel for business, adventure, pleasure, vacation, medical treatments, and so on. The prospects and role of tourism in Nepal are as follows. 1. Good infrastructure facility. One of the major requirements of tourism entrepreneurship is the good infrastructure facilities. In order to become an important tourism destination, it is necessary to develop infrastructure such as road or air connectivity, adequate accommodation, catering services, communication network, power supply, medical facility, and so on. 2. Efficient manpower. Formation of efficient team of managers and employees is one of the factors affecting tourism entrepreneurship. Expert manpower is necessary for proper management of every aspect of tourism services. Efficient manpower can formulate proper plan and take necessary measures for proper utilization of organizational resources. Supportive role of government. Government is an autonomous and powerful institution of the country. It involves in enactment of new rules, regulation, and system in the country. All the business entities including tourism entrepreneurs need to do their business activities by considering government systems. 4. Conservation of heritage. The proper conservation of cultural, historical, and religious heritage is an important factor affecting for development of tourism in a particular location or region. The proper conservation of national heritage is supportive for attracting new guests. 5. Attraction of investment. Attraction of local, national, and international investment is necessary for development of tourism entrepreneurship in the country. It is essential for establishment and operation of tourism industries in unique design and large scale. Peace and security. Peace and security is a must for development of tourism entrepreneurship in the country. Entrepreneurs always expect safety of their investment, and for this purpose they want peace and security environment for business. 3. Women me entera. Define women entrepreneurship. What are the problem and prospects of concept of women entrepreneurship? Women entrepreneurship is the process under which women initiate for establishment and operation of a business for earning profit and wealth. They gather all resources, undertake risk, face challenges, provide employment to others, and manage the business independently. Women entrepreneurship involves various activities of entrepreneurs such as using qualities of leadership, managerial capabilities, and decision-making in order to maintain effective functioning of the enterprise. It involves not only the process that leads to the establishment of a business entity but also the expansion and development of established business for long duration of time. Problems of women entrepreneurship in Nepal. The following are the major problems that women entrepreneurs are facing in Nepal. A. Financial problems. finance is considered as the primary source of operating a business. It is the means of mobilization of physical resources of the enterprise. Sufficient fixed and working capital is essential for effective functioning of business activities. However, most of the Nepali women entrepreneurs suffer from financial problems. Generally, they do not have their own source of revenue and also do not have property in their own name to use them as collateral for obtaining amount from external sources. Stiff competition. In liberal market economy there is competition in every sector of business. Women entrepreneurs have to face competition from very beginning of the operation of business. Most of the women entrepreneurs do not have sufficient market information and market access. C. Mobility problems. Women have some limitations for free movement from one place to another place, which is not the problem of men. Women have mobility problems usually due to two reasons. First, they have to take pre-permission from head of the family, and second, there is the problem of social security. D. Family restriction. In male-dominated society, women have to face restriction in every stage of their activities. The Constitution of Nepal has given equal treatment both for man and woman. However, in practice women are restricted in various perspectives. Lack of education and training. In Nepal, still there is lack of professional education and training facility for women. Many girls are dropped from school-level education. Limited female can reach to college and university-level education. They do not have access to vocational and business training. Low risk-bearing ability. Risk-bearing ability is an essential requirement for the successful entrepreneurs. Most of women entrepreneurs work under the umbrella of family. They are protected by the family. They are less educated and trained, so they have lack of economic point of view, business knowledge. Similarly, they are also not self-dependent from prospects of women entrepreneurship in Nepal. The following are prospects and opportunities of women entrepreneurship in Nepal. A. Vision and foresight. Vision and foresight is an essential requirement of successful women entrepreneurs. They must have clear vision about the objectives of the organization and how that objectives can be achieved. They must be foresighted and should look to the future. They have to anticipate the probable change in environmental factors that can provide impact on the business activities of the organization. 1. Creative and innovative. The essential requirement of successful women entrepreneurs is the quality of creativity and innovation. They must have ability to generate new concept, ideas, and knowledge that is valued to the society. New creation should be converted into products or service through the establishment of a business entity. 2. Capable and courage. Women entrepreneurs must have capability and courage to run the entrepreneurship in an effective way. They must have conceptual knowledge about how the business can be operated in successful way. In the course of day-to-day business activities, they may face different issues, problems, and complexities. They need to solve those complexities with full of courage and confident passion and excitement. Women entrepreneurs should be creative in nature and should involve in generating new business ideas. They have to manage resources, grab opportunity, and initiates action for successful operation of a business. They must have passion and excitement for business success. 4. Independent and curious. An essential requirement of successful women entrepreneurs is that they should be independent in decision making and curious to generation new concept and knowledge. Nepali women entrepreneurs are actively involved toward establishment and operation of business entity. They invest capital, mental skills, time, and effort for successful functioning of the enterprise. Maintain work-life balance. One of essential requirement of successful women entrepreneurship is to maintain balance between work life and family life. As entrepreneurs they have to devote more time and effort for the business. Illustrate the problem and prospects of green entrepreneurship in Nepal. Concept of green entrepreneurship. Green entrepreneurship is the activity of consciously considering environmental problems and social need and coming up with brilliant entrepreneurial ideas that will bring solution to the problems. In other words, green entrepreneurship refers to businesses and companies developing products or services that are usable to customers and have the potential to protect the ecosystem. These ideas have high level of risk in terms of financial and sustainability of entrepreneurial activities. It has positive effect on the natural environment and at the same time it is financially sustainable to the entrepreneurs. Problems of green entrepreneurship in Nepal. The following are the notable problems of green entrepreneurship in Nepal. 1. Need additional budget. One of the major problems of green entrepreneurship is to obtain additional budget for the venture. Entrepreneurs need to secure adequate fund for implementation of green concept in the venture. Green business often requires higher cost, longer payback periods, and more uncertain return than conventional businesses. 2. Time-consuming process. Implementation of green entrepreneurship concept in practice is a time-consuming process. It needs additional fund, new production process, new technology, educated and trained manpower and fulfillment of regulatory systems. Besides, there is no certainty of getting proper return on investment within short time. 3. Regulatory barriers. Green entrepreneurship is entrepreneurs' business efforts that are not only driven by profit but also by a concern for environment. It is an emerging concept of business in Nepal. The government needs to enact new rules, laws, and regulations for effective implementation of the concept of green business along with maintaining fair competition. 4. Difficult to justification. Green entrepreneurship is a new concept in business, so it has lack of specific tools and techniques of justification. F. The justification of green entrepreneurship needs logistic support, concerned area of disciplines. Modern tools and equipment, and efficient manpower in the need modern technology. Green entrepreneurship is the outcome of modern science and technology. The main objective of green entrepreneurship is to minimize environmental pollution, protect explosion, ozone layer, and balance climate change through controlling green gas. Prospects of green entrepreneurship in Nepal. The following are the reasons that green entrepreneurship has prospects in Nepal. 1. Environmental prosperity. Green entrepreneurship has future prospects because it provides direct benefits to the natural environment. Present educated customers are more conscious about environment, so they will come forward to support the green business. It is the reason that green entrepreneurs can gain new customers and also new markets, which facilitates improved business turnover. 2. Improving business. Green entrepreneurs may come into contact with many entities for getting innovative ideas to improve social benefits along with economic upliftment of the company. At present, government institutions and other non-profitable institutions also come forward to encourage and support green business, which is beneficial to the people. 3. Government incentives. In various countries like in Nepal, the Environmental Protection Agency is strict with entrepreneurs to reduce pollution in the manufacturing process of the industry. Based on recommendation of Environmental Protection Agency, government provides various forms of incentives and rebate to the industry controlling pollution and waste materials. 1. Change in customer opinion. Green entrepreneurship can gain distinct identification and value in the society. The customers would have positive attitude and perception towards the industries that are focusing environmental protection. 2. Increase market demand. One of the prospects of green entrepreneurship is that it has growing market demand for products and services. The customers are aware of the environmental and social impact due to their consumption pattern. They are considering how to minimize green gas explosion, use safe energy and resources, improve their health and well-being, and support social benefits. Illustrate the problem and prospects of e-entrepreneurship in Nepal. Concept of e-entrepreneurship. E-entrepreneurship refers establishing an entity with an innovative business idea which involves offering products and services through purely electronic created value. In other words, e-entrepreneurship is the act of managing an electronic enterprise that has the potential to make a profit or incur a loss. It is based on establishing electronic data network through internet. An e-entrepreneur involves individual willing to take the risk of investing time and money in an electronic business. Problems of e-entrepreneurship in Nepal. The following are the major problems of e-entrepreneurship development in Nepal. 1. Poor internet access. The internet is a major component of e-commerce. It involves buying and selling goods and services through the use of internet facility. The easy and proper access to the internet service is essential for e-business. In Nepal, main issue with the e-entrepreneurship is poor internet access to the users. 2. Traditional shopping habit. most of the Nepali people are not familiar with online shopping. They feel comfortable to visit physically in retail stores, detail inspection of products and services, and doing bargain about quality and price before come into purchase decision. Lack of e-commerce friendly rules. In Nepal, e-entrepreneurship is in early stage of development until new it is in transitional phase. The government of Nepal has not enacted rules and regulations that favor e-business. The major problem comes into existence in the payment gateway when e-business is occurred with abroad customers. Lack of specific address. The main principle and practice of e-entrepreneurship is to deliver products and services to the doorsteps of the customers. In many situations, due to complex and incomplete address, it becomes difficult to reach the customers within time specified. Lack of product availability. The proper management of inventory is the major issue in e-business. Most of the e-entrepreneurs are unable to deliver the products that are show available on the websites. They sold products from retail showroom and also through online. Sometimes it becomes hard to manage product if it is already sold from retail store. Prospects of e-entrepreneurship in Nepal. Some of the fundamental reasons of rising online business in Nepal are as follows. A. Increasing market size. The market size of e-entrepreneurship in Nepal is increasing 3 times every year. The development of infrastructure of e-business, improvement of internet service, uniform power supply, and better service of entrepreneurs support to attract new customers, which helps to increase market size. Improvement in infrastructure. The infrastructure facilities required for online business are gradually improving. These facilities involve uniform power supply, high-speed internet service, skilled manpower, government rules, and transportation and communication network. One change in government regulations. The concept of e-entrepreneurship is new in Nepal, so it is in transitional stage. Government rules and regulations are not friendly to e-business. There are some government rules and regulations that create barrier for development e-business in Nepal. 2. Scope of multi-channel trade. The evolution of e-business concept provides scope to the entrepreneurs for doing trade through the use of multi-channels. When customers have options of both online and physical shopping, most of them prefer to choose online shopping because of saving time and effort. Social media shopping. At present, social media shopping is getting popularity among the online consumers. It is the reason that social media sites are improving sales volume of entrepreneurs. These social media involve Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Threads, etc. Elaborate the status of social entrepreneurship in Nepal from your own viewpoints. Status of social entrepreneurship in Nepal. The concept of social entrepreneurship is at the emerging stage in Nepal. Most of the Nepali entrepreneurs involve in economic activities only for earning profit and wealth through producing and exchanging goods and services. They do not focus on social responsibility because of lack of interest or knowledge of its benefit to the society and again to the entrepreneurs. There is also lack of conceptual clarity about social entrepreneurship and its legal framework, area of operation, benefits to the society, and benefit to the entrepreneurs in the long term. In Nepal, there is no separate legal provision that specified the process of establishment and operation of social enterprises. It is the reason that social entrepreneurship concept and practice is not developed as it was expected. Some prominent social enterprises operating in Nepal are as follows. 1. Action Works Nepal. It was established in 2010 with the mission to maintain social equality in the society by empowering the underprivileged, vulnerable and the excluded group of the society. Action Works Nepal generates its revenue from the recycled materials. The income received from products sold thereafter is used to conduct programs in central, midwestern, and far western regions of the country. 2. Association for Craft Producers. It is non-profit fair trade organization that provides a great variety of services, technical training, management training, and marketing services, to low-income craft producers where preference has given to women. 3. Bihani Social Ventures. It was created to promote a positive perspective towards life and aging. It provides services and support to individuals above 50 to lead a fruitful life and also addresses the issues of loneliness and dependency. It also provides psychological counseling to the elders to combat their problems by engaging them in various social activities. 4. Bureau Ventures, it was established to promote and support entrepreneurs by proving them mentorship, office space, and business consultation. Bureau Ventures is one of the first few companies to introduce the concept of business mentorship and shared office spaces in Nepal. 5. Doco Recyclers, it was established to provide a complete waste management solution. 6. Friends